Hello and welcome back to Rebooking to Mastery, presented by me, Juggin, just a master student just trying to spread some knowledge out through the rest of the world by analyzing books that I've read in the last few years. So, if you guys have been following along with the past few episodes, I've kind of jumped around books from grit to Think Like a Monk to the 33 Strategies of War. I kind of intend to continue that tradition throughout this coming next few episodes by jumping between a book that is based a little more on practical habits to develop, one that is based more on spirituality and improving yourself from within, and then a third one, which is a more social based book about the world around you and kind of being a strategic person in everything you do. So, for this episode, I'm going to focus on going back to the book Grit by Angela Duckworth, a book about combining passion and perseverance and figuring out that it is perseverance in the end that does matter a lot in figuring out and getting to the goals you want to achieve. So, the question that I kind of want to focus on in this episode is how gritty are you? So, as you guys may know already, grit is made up of a mix of passion and perseverance. And so, one thing that is important is that people tend to do a bit better on the scale of perseverance as opposed to passion. And one thing is that enthusiasm is something that we all experience, and it's something that is unfortunately not too rare. Just imagine maybe like a story you've heard, maybe your own self as well. How often you've had a cool new revolutionary idea you've wanted to bring out to the rest of the world. And how often or how quickly that kind of idea has fallen apart. Or how often you've seen someone with an idea and it stays an idea. This is because enthusiasm as a concept is something that is very common in society, something that we see a lot of in the world around us. However, conversely, something that is very rare is endurance. So, look at passion in this sense as not a series of fireworks like enthusiasm, the initial burst of motivation and ideal and the thought of doing what you want to do in terms of a project or an idea, but rather passion is a compass. So a compass takes time to build and tinker with in order to alleviate or rather align itself with the gravitational field of the earth, but it does have the ability to guide you on your long and winding road towards something like your purpose. So it's important that you should have almost like a hierarchy of goals, something I'll discuss more in the next episode, where you have like a higher level goal and then a few mid-level goals and a few like short-term goals to create this kind of like hierarchy or like pyramid of how you want to end up like living your life to fulfill your passion or your goal. And so it's important that your passion and perseverance have to end up winning in this case. They have to end up becoming or being the primary stakeholders of your goals in your life philosophy so that you end up illustrating your own greediness. So to kind of touch base on the pyramid, so imagine you have like a big pyramid of goals for you. At the very top is your life philosophy, your overall purpose, your vision you have for what you want to accomplish. May it be writing a book, may it be creating a business, may it be simply just becoming more social. So your overall life purpose sticks at the top of the pyramid. And then you have, after that, a series of middle level goals. It could be something like, in terms of a book, like finish up 1/3 of the book, or go to the publisher and ask them if they are willing to talk about publishing your book. Some high level goals as well. And then below it are some lower level goals like brainstorm ideas, create the structure of an outline. Something like that is a smaller level goal that you can accomplish on a much lower time scale than a mid-level goal or a high-level goal. So by creating a pyramid, not only do you emphasize your own passion and perseverance, you also give yourself a framework to work with. And in turn, create a sense of journey for your own self to reach your destination in the end. And one one of the examples that is used in this book is the Warren Buffett story. So one thing that Warren Buffett says a lot is write down 25 career goals, or rather 25 goals in general. Circle the first 5 that are your highest priority, and look at the other 20 and just avoid them. It helps you put in scope what is most important to you, what you want to prioritize, and what you should spend the most time on. And also to find stuff to say no to at the same time, to ensure that your energy, your time, your passion, your perseverance, and your grit is put towards the most important goals that you have for your life, as opposed to the ones that seem alluring, the ones that are made up of enthusiasm, the ones that are just ideas, but are also the ones that just stay as ideas. And by putting it into perspective, both with Warren Buffett's story, along with the pyramid, you get a better sense of not only what to dedicate your efforts to, but how to do it, and how to emphasize the perseverance and passion that are so inherent and important to being gritty and to fulfilling your end goals. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Rebooking to Mastery. If you'd like to hear more content, drop me a follow on Instagram and TikTok at Rebooking to Mastery, and I hope to see you guys on the next episode.